Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Washington School. Woo! We're so happy to be here tonight. Yeah. Thank you so much to Mr. Adamo for welcoming us back to Washington School. We have so many fun, exciting things planned this evening, but let's get to the agenda, the boring stuff first. So everybody, welcome to the Caldwell-West Caldwell Board of Education meeting happening tonight, Monday, April 29th. The board met this evening in executive session at 6:00 p.m. in Washington School Teachers Lounge, 201 Central Avenue in West Caldwell, New Jersey. The purpose of that meeting was to discuss personnel, litigation, miscellaneous, and old business matters. This meeting has been advertised and is in compliance with the Open Public Meeting Act and NJSA 10:4-6, also known as the Sunshine Law. The matters discussed will be made public when confidentiality is no longer required, and formal action pursuant to said discussion shall take place only at a meeting to which the public has been invited. Tonight, the regular public meeting is starting now at 7:05 p.m. here in the multipurpose room, Washington Elementary School, 201 Central Avenue. The Board of Education meeting is being streamed live, but all community questions and comments will be welcomed here in person. The Caldwell-West Caldwell Board of Education meeting is also in compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act and NJSA 10:4-6, also known as the Sunshine Law. Notices have been sent to the Progress in Caldwell, New Jersey, the Star Ledger, Newark, New Jersey, and Tap into West Essex. Notices have also been posted at the Board of Education Business Office in the Harrison School Building, Gray Street, West Caldwell, and have been delivered to the clerks of the Borough of Caldwell and Township of West Caldwell for posting. Brian, can you please take the roll?
Yes. Student Representative Madeline Alberta.
Here.
Ms. DiMartini.
Here.
Ms. Landolfi Jefferson.
Here.
Ms. Mack.
Here.
Mr. Diambola.
Here.
Ms. Grosso.
Here.
We have 5 voting members present. We have a quorum.
Terrific. Now I'd like to welcome up here Taylor Toon, Kaya Lee, and Bobby Shaw to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Come on up. Oh, that's Taylor. Okay. Yep, right here. Okay, you ready? Okay, Brian, are there any communications for the board this evening?
There were none.
Okay, great. So we'll move on to the superintendent's report.
I'd like to invite Mr. Adamo up to the microphone so he can do my superintendent's report.
Can everyone hear me? Okay. Good evening. Welcome everyone to this evening's Board of Education meeting. We're very happy to host the April meeting this month, and I am very proud to share some information on the wonderful happenings here at Washington School. Our district mission statement is to foster, inspire, and champion learning for all, and here at Washington School, the teachers and staff work diligently every day to fulfill that mission. What does it take to inspire students and advocate for their learning? It takes a phenomenal staff. Our faculty of 60+ educators and support staff are dedicated to working to do what's best to support students' academic, social, and emotional growth. While many would say we are lucky to have this excellent staff here at Washington, I would say we are excellent by design. This is because the staff at Washington work conscientiously with students, engage in meaningful conversations with colleagues, and reflect on their instructional practice to be their best every day. While Washington teachers are adept in providing instruction in academic subjects, physical education, and the arts, and our aides are able to support students with learning activities, their ability to work with students goes beyond the day-to-day routines. There is never a shortage of events and activities that deepen our students' understanding and participation in different subject areas. Just to highlight a few pictures here, we have students coming together during Read Across America Week for whole school DEAR, or Drop Everything and Read time. As a learning community, we organized the time in the week where everyone was in the hallways together reading. Next, we have a photo with Mrs. Zeman and Mrs. Wappelhurst participating with students in the Harlem Wizards JCHS fundraiser. Then we have 3 finalists from Washington's Geography Bee who participated in the district-wide elementary school Geography Bee. That was here at Washington. Finally, pictured all the way to the right is one of our instrumental music teachers, that's Mr. Chu, with Washington 5th graders at the holiday band performance at Lincoln School. A school community cannot be successful without partnerships with families. Parent and caregiver involvement is a huge and integral part of what makes Washington a wonderful place for children to learn. A district-wide initiative that we started last school year and expanded this year is Families as Learning Partners. Each grade level coordinates learning partner events over the course of the school year where parents and caregivers are invited into the classrooms to participate in math games, partner reading, and/or author celebrations. Our kindergarten team conducts a variation on this initiative, which they call Workshop Wednesdays. On Wednesdays during the month of March, Washington kindergarten teachers invited parents into their classrooms to observe and participate in parts of lessons and learning activities in the various academic areas. And while we're on the subject of initiatives, I'd like to highlight a new initiative that I started this school year at Washington. It's a character education program called the Wildcat Way. When I started at Washington last school year, I quickly learned of our school motto, which is be kind, work hard, and create peace. As I began researching character education initiatives, I kept Washington's motto in mind. I collaborated with our school counselor, Mrs. Polizzi, and we chose to educate students in character traits that we felt best supported Washington's motto. This is how the Wildcat Way came to be. The traits we focused on this school year are listed here: respect, empathy, honesty, responsibility, and citizenship. Every 2 months, we hold a school-wide assembly to teach students about one of these specific traits. During the assembly, we define the trait for students, discuss and provide examples of how to display this trait, and share with students how they can show these traits in school, at home, and in the community. Students have become active participants in these assemblies, and our final Wildcat Way assembly is scheduled for May, and that is going to be on citizenship. The final piece of implementing this character education program is something we developed called Wildcat Watch. As students are seen and heard throughout the school day showing the various character traits of the Wildcat Way, Washington teachers and staff have students complete a Wildcat Watch ticket, pictured here. You can see it in the upper left-hand corner. Wildcat Watch tickets are placed into the Wildcat Way collection box outside of the main office. You can see the collection box here. It's off to the right side. It was fabricated by one of our Washington families. That's Mr. Mills and his daughter, Katie. And every Friday at the end of the day, Mrs. Polizzi gathers the Wildcat Watch tickets from this collection box and reads the names of students over the loudspeaker in recognition of them following the Wildcat Way. It's the idea that students were caught being good. We are really proud of this program and how it has been received by students in its first year. There's never a shortage of engaging in educational activities and events at Washington School, and I'd just like to highlight a few recent events that the Washington community has put together in April alone. We held our art show. It was a glow-in-the-dark event, as you could see from these photos, from the creative mind of Mrs. Kaufman. One entire hallway was converted into an art gallery by Mrs. Kaufman with the help of parent volunteers. It truly was like the hallway was transformed as many families entered and asked, wait, what hallway are we in? Jump Rope for Heart was a day filled with physical activities coordinated by Mrs. Zeman and Mrs. Samuels, with many parent volunteers running the various events for students. Senor Rodriguez was the DJ for the day and kept positive music flowing through the speakers. Students engaged in fun, physical activities throughout the course of the school day. Finally, we held Autism Acceptance Week in April. Many of you know that April is Autism Acceptance Month. Last year, Mrs. Mendez, who was a third grade teacher here, brought the idea to me of dedicating a week to autism acceptance. I loved her idea, and we worked to create a committee. This year, that committee grew. In line with the Autism Society, we dedicated this week to celebrating differences, and the Washington Autism Acceptance Committee created the tagline, "Be You, Embrace Differences." Throughout the week, students learned about inclusivity and neurodiversity through themed days. Our third through fifth graders attended a virtual presentation from ASAN, which is the Autism Self-Advocacy Network. Pictured here, I've included a few photos from a sensory walk that students took in one of our hallways. Parent volunteers were recruited, and they helped students navigate and walk and engage in a variety of activities. And if you look to your right and left, you'll see posters that have Post-it notes on them. Each day, the students participated in surveys, and the Post-it notes were their responses. The purpose of these surveys was to highlight the likes and dislikes that we have as a school community and to show that others may feel the same way as you do. This all ties into our messaging that inclusivity and acceptance start with embracing the things that make us who we are. At this time, I'm going to call up members of our HSA Executive Board so they can highlight some of the wonderful work they do with the Washington and West Caldwell school community. If Maggie Shaw, Libby Toon, and Elizabeth Lee could join me up here at the podium. Come on up. Or just Maggie.
Thank you. I'm Maggie Shaw, Washington's president, but behind all of the HSA's success is a team of supportive, dedicated people that I would be lost without, so I would like to thank and introduce Libby Toon and Liz Lee, our co-vice presidents. Our co-secretaries, Michelle Egan and Marissa Jones. And our co-treasurers, Connie Miner and Lisa Donalowitz. I can barely read this. The Washington Elementary HSA is dedicated to empowering parents to be an active partner in the home-school relationship while encouraging all families to make a difference in their child's education and world. In order to achieve our purpose, we have so many committees and countless volunteers, and I have highlighted a few of our major activities on this PowerPoint. And while I could talk about Washington HSA for hours, I'm not going to. I'm only going to pick a few of these to talk about more. This year, the Washington students were so excited to go back on field trips. Many of them were able to go on 2 trips, and the HSA provided $20 per student to help offset those costs, especially with the transportation. And Lego Club. When we started thinking about this Lego Club, we were unsure of the response, but the outcome has surpassed all of our expectations. 200 kids were able to participate in weekly Lego builds involving coding technology. The creativity and ingenuity of these kids was so inspiring. I'm grateful we could provide this experience for them, and I'm so thankful to everyone that supported us to make this come to life. So thank you for Lego Club. Wildcat Mile, one of my top 10 favorite Washington HSA events. The kids run a mile around the Washington school neighborhood, and the parents line the sidewalks cheering everyone along and playing fun music. It's just a really fun event, and it really showcases our community spirit. One of my main goals for this year of the HSA was working on community and inclusion, and I'm so proud of our Wildcat Community Fund. Through generous donations from families, we were able to provide a second slice of pizza to students that receive free lunch. We were able to pay off outstanding lunch balances and provide book fair money. This committee is just getting started, and they have big plans for expanding next year. Another initiative I'm really excited about is Diversity Day. In a few weeks after school, families will have the opportunity to set up a table to showcase their culture. We have 13 cultures represented, and the families can showcase music, food, arts, whatever they feel like. and the children are go around with a passport and travel the Washington world. Washington is made up of a lot of diverse cultures. We are so lucky, and I just can't wait to celebrate everyone. The t-shirt. The HSA provides a school spirit shirt for each student, and last year we had the idea of having a child design the school spirit shirt. It was so much fun to see all the creativity and the ingenuity, and then the students voted on what shirt they would want to win, and that shirt became this year's school spirit shirt, and I hope that can be a tradition that continues on. And speaking of traditions, one of the longest standing traditions at Washington is that for promotion, the HSA gives $100 to each 5th grader to cover all of their promotion costs. It's a great way to give back and say thank you to them and their families before they leave us for middle school. The HSA does so much more, but I just wanted to highlight a few things, and none of this would be possible without the support of all of our amazing teachers and staff. Mr. Adamo. And Dr. Conklin and everyone at the district who works with us to make all of these events happen. So thank you so much. And just to show how amazing our teachers are, a few weeks ago they took over Gelati's and they served ice cream as a really fun fundraiser for us. And that is the picture of the winning t-shirt last year from Benson Binder. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Maggie. All right, so now it's time for the fun part. So you've heard from me, you've heard from our HSA parents, and now it's time to hear from the students of Washington. So at this time, I'd like to call some of Washington's 4th and 5th graders to the podium to speak about a few of the fantastic opportunities we have at our school. So I'd like to start by calling Samantha Degnan and Ryan Jones up to talk about band and orchestra.
Orchestra and band are fun because you can play with your friends even though you might play different instruments. Also, you can learn harder notes and how to play your instrument better. In addition, you play together and work toward a goal of playing good at a concert. I have learned how to play hard songs and different notes that help me play. The orchestra and band are fun and a good learning experience.
Hello, my name is Ryan Jones. I'm a 5th grade student at Washington School and a member of the band. I've been playing the trumpet for 2 years. Through the music program, I have learned many things, including how to read music, how to play the trumpet, and how to play as part of the band. This program has provided me with a strong foundation and appreciation for music. I enjoy being a part of the band because I like to learn and improve in my musical skills, and it is fun to be part of a group that shares the same interests. I have a great instructor that guides me through my musical path. Mr. Chu makes it fun to work and learn, even when I have to wake up early for band practice at 8 a.m. on Tuesdays. I am grateful to attend a school that offers these kinds of learning opportunities and fortunate to have dedicated instructors who make learning enjoyable. In conclusion, I am happy that the Caldwell-West Caldwell School District offers programs like this. This is a cool experience for kids like me, especially being able to get started in elementary school. Who knows, maybe one day I'll be a famous musician and look back and have this program and Mr. Chu to thank.
Thank you, Ryan and Samantha. Next up, I'd like to call Julia Maniello and Sophia Pinello, who will be talking about reading buddies.
Welcome to the Washington School Board meeting. I'm Julia from 4th grade.
And I'm Sophia, also from 4th grade.
We're here to share why reading buddies are a great experience.
Reading buddies are something we attend once a month. We meet with an assigned class and read with them, and they read to us. Our grade is paired up with 2nd graders. As we read books with our partners, we get to experience sharing books with each other in different ways.
Reading Buddies is a fun experience for students and their buddy. It helps teach us how to socialize and improve our reading skills. Who doesn't want to watch their buddy have a great experience while learning?
As you all now know, reading buddies are a great opportunity for kids to come together, learn, and have fun.
We hope to continue this throughout our years of learning.
Thank you for listening to our thoughts on reading buddies.
Thank you, Julia and Sophia. Next, I would like to call up Reed Mossberg and Quinn Beatrice. They're going to talk about Lego STEAM Club. Reed and Quinn, come on up.
Hi, my name is Reed Mossberg, and I'm a 5th grader at Washington School. And I like Lego Club because I get to be creative, I get to think about solving problems and coding, and I learn not to give up. Lego Club tells me to be creative with my designs. For example, one time at Lego Club, we were assigned a task to build a robot that reacts to different colors. I decided to get imaginative and try to make it able to move the bricks. Lego Club lets me think about solving problems. For instance, when we were building race cars, the motor was a little too slow for me. So to solve my problem, I adjusted the torque on the wheel gears. And when my first build didn't go as planned, I decided not to give up and try to redesign it. And all of that is why I really like Lego Club.
Hello, my name is Quinn Beatrice, and I'm going to tell you about Lego Club. In Lego Club, we get to build mini motorized cars or robots. We have to figure out how to code our cars, and we get to control our cars from our computer. We also build a robot that can see color and react. We're not only learning how to build, we are learning how to code too. We are allowed to work in groups so we can build together. I like it because we get to build whatever kind of car we want without instructions, and we get to work in groups.
Thank you, Quinn. Thank you, Reed. I'd now like to call up Samuel Weicker and Grayson City to talk about Kiwanis K-Kids Club.
Kiwanis is known for improving the world one child, one community at a time. Our community has created Kiwanis Kids, which does projects to help Caldwell-West Caldwell in our school. There are 2 teachers that have introduced us to K-Kids, Mrs. Wappelhurst and Ms. Shapiro. We have had many projects that have improved the community.
In K-Kids, we have made toys for the animal shelter. We use shirts and tennis balls. When we were done, we made animal posters. The posters had items to donate to the shelter. This is one way to help our community.
A recent project that we have completed was a school cleanup. We went on the blacktop playground near the evergreen trees and behind the fence. Some unexpected items we found were a piece of a pipe, a polar seltzer, and even an AirPods case. While there still may be more trash, we took away a good portion of it.
As a K-Kid person, I will always be helpful, kind, and caring. These promises will always light up the K-Kid spirit. We hope K-Kids continues in Washington School.
Thank you, Sam, and thank you, Grayson. And now I'd like to call up Sienna Cleva and Holly DeGrezia. They're going to talk about the 5th grade activities.
Hi, I'm Sienna Cleva. I'm a 5th grader. I'm going to be talking about the 5th grade activities. Here are some of the activities we have already done. In the powerhouse, we had fun doing all the fun games, getting pied in the face and pieing each other in the face, and getting slimed.
In the museum, we had fun looking at the ocean exhibits, having fun on the bus, and looking at all the land animal statues and the Dome movie. At the pancake breakfast, I had fun serving pancakes to all the people, selling the rest of the food, and eating the yummy pancakes. In the car wash, we had fun washing cars and washing the 9-foot truck. Activities I'm looking forward to. Pool party. I'm looking forward to swimming and having fun. Graduation. I'm looking forward to going to 6th grade. Sandy Hook. I am looking forward to helping clean the beach. In field day, I'm looking forward to play all the fun games. 5th grade Olympics. I am looking forward to dressing up in fun outfits and going against the other classes to win the trophy.
Hi, my name is Holly, and I'm a 5th grader at Washington School, and tonight I will be telling you all about a couple of the 5th grade activities. First, we have the Powerhouse. At the Powerhouse, there are fun games and activities that you can compete in with your classmates and the kids in the other classes. Next, we have the Pancake Breakfast. The Pancake Breakfast was a fun event where people would sign up to come to Washington School and get served breakfast by the 5th graders. And the best part was that it was a fundraiser. Third is the Museum of Natural History. The Museum of Natural History was very cool and interesting. We got to go to the planetarium, which was a cool room with a big screen on the ceiling, and you would look up and it would tell you all about planets and space. That was my favorite part. But that wasn't the only thing. All the 5th graders were split up into groups and would go to the different exhibits. The ones that I went to were the Native Americans, ocean animals, and land animals. Second to last is the 5th grade pool party. The 5th grade pool party with all the 5th graders from all 4 schools will be going to the town pool. It will be such a fun event. Last but not least, the kickball game. The Washington 5th graders will be versing the Lincoln 5th grader students in a kickball game. We have practices every Thursday after school so we can be prepared as a team. Thank you and good night.
And thank you to all of you students who came out to share. I feel like you're very brave to come up here. You've got a big crowd to perform in front of. You did an awesome job. And the students at Washington are the reason why we are all so committed to this community. We see and hear their passion for learning, and that helps drive us as educators. Just a few photos up there. That bottom right, I was not held against my will. That was for a fundraiser. We happened to raise a lot of money through the readathon. It was actually a good time. So finally, thank you all for coming out this evening. I'd really like to thank Dr. Conklin and the Board of Education for giving me the opportunity to shine the spotlight on many of the wonderful and inspirational events that happen here at Washington School with the community. And as you depart this evening, remember to be kind, work hard, and create peace. It's the Wildcat way. Thank you.
Okay, we'll ask if everyone doesn't mind sticking around, as many people that can, because we still have a couple more presentations this evening. Before we move on to the middle school, Dr. Conklin, I hope it's okay. Just want to open it up to see if any of the board members would like to say anything about the presentation this evening.
Thank you so much. Okay, jump in. Sorry, Julian.
Yeah, please. That's what, yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Adamo. That was just amazing, and a few of us up here are proud Washington families, and it's really exciting to be here tonight to see everything that you're doing here, that the teachers are doing here, that the kids are doing here. It's just been a really great 2 years with you on board. So, and I also just want to say something to the HSA here. You are all so inclusive and do so much to reach every kid here, and it doesn't go unnoticed by all of us who might not be able to be as active with you. You make it so much fun for our kids, and you make sure that we express our gratitude to the teachers. So thank you all so much. I know there's a lot of you out there. So thank you.
Anyone else? I'm just gonna close. I'll be very brief because we have a lot to get to. I have very patient eyes all looking at me, and we really can't wait. But I just want to also say, Maggie, to you and your team, I mean, I think that I'm going into my 15th consecutive year here at Washington School. I've got the gray hairs to prove it, all these children. But I will tell you, I was choked up. To see the growth that is happening here, Maggie, you and all the parents that you have corralled to do these wonderful things for kids, the future for our district in the hands of you guys is so bright. So thank you so much for everything that you do, as a mother also, so thank you so much. And Mr. Adamo, I don't know what to say. I mean, Washington School is such a special place, and it went through a really rough couple of years, and it really felt like there was a cloud hanging over it, and that broke the hearts of a lot of us here who love it and love the staff here and care about it so deeply. And you have come in and brought a breath of positivity and visibility and fun and educational expectations, and you have just leveled this place up beyond anybody's hopes and expectations, and you are such a blessing to our district, and we just want to really thank you for that. And of course, to our Washington School teachers, I know on our traveling bandwagon here, all of our teachers are great. I know some of us have a very special place for our Washington School staff, but you guys are truly tremendous. It is really the partnership between you and the administration and the parents that makes Washington School the very special place that it is. Thank you for all of your efforts as well. They do not go unnoticed, and we really value and respect all of you. So can we just give Washington School one more round of applause?
Emily and Jasmina in middle school. Emily,
Washington School alumni, by the way. Yes.
Emily, Jasmina, I don't know who picked you for tonight, but I apologize for whoever did that. You have a big shoes to fill and thing to follow now, so I'm sorry.
Hi, I am Jasmina Gahak from the House of Respect.
And I'm Emily Greenlee from the House of Citizenship. Thank you, Board.
And Dr. Conklin for having us.
Our GCMS annual Make a Difference Day in honor of former Principal Jim Brown took place on March 28, 2024. During this day, we had a variety of presenters in our school to teach and help students learn about ways that individuals can make a difference and impact others and our world.
Additionally, each grade was presented with a keynote speaker, which included Major Richard Sampson from West Point University and Army Cadet Mackenzie Courtwright speaking for 8th grade. Presenting for 7th grade was Andrew Magino, and Remarkable Young Adults was the presenter for 6th grade, which included sophomore Ava Tocitos, 8th grade Lucy Sandor, and seniors Sophia Pedrazi and Caroline Murray.
Adding on, each grade took place in a service project. 8th graders assembled care packages for veterans. 7th graders put together packages filled with several items for St. John's Soup Kitchen in Newark, and 6th graders assembled chew toys for the Mount Pleasant Animal Shelter in East Hanover.
Finally, to end the day, all grades joined together in the auditorium for end of the day house activities, including calling 2 pizza restaurants and seeing which one would deliver a pizza faster. To gain points from this, each house would vote on which restaurant they thought would be faster.
Another game we played was a human scavenger hunt, where Miss McAuliffe would give us a description of what someone was wearing, and the house leaders had to find a person in their house with it. If you were the person to run to Miss McAuliffe first, you gained your house a tally. The house that had the most tallies got all the points.
The last game was called Snake Ball, where each house had a ball and we had to pass the ball up and down the bleachers so everyone had the ball at some point. The house that finished first got the points.
To finish out the day, we had a special visitor, which was the pirate from Seton Hall University, that ran around the gym and gave the kids high fives.
Our 2024 Make a Difference Day was a huge success and included lots of fun games and exciting presentations.
Finally, Marking Period 3 ended Thursday, April 18th, and Marking Period 4 began on Friday, April 19th.
Each grade received a new cycle class to end out the year. As a house leader, I have learned how to take responsibility, be dedicated, and set a good example for other kids.
And as a house leader, I have learned the importance of leadership as well as acceptance amongst everyone, and have gained the ability to work with a variety of others and become knowledgeable about different individuals' backgrounds.
Thank you for having us. Are there any questions?
Thank you.
Could I ask Mr. Bertolo and Jamie to come up? Is Mr. Bertolo? Jamie? Oh, there he is. They're going to introduce the musical, You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. I think we have some special guests as well.
Good evening, everybody. First, I wanted to thank Washington School for hosting us tonight. The kids did a fantastic job in their presentation. And of course, thank you to Emily and Jasmina for representing the middle school as well as they did. So I'm here tonight quickly to just introduce everybody to our sneak preview of the GCMS Spring Musical, You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. I'm fortunate that my office is right outside the auditorium. So every day around 3:30, I start hearing the singing and everything, and it's fantastic. The shows are upcoming on Friday, May 17th at 6 p.m., Saturday and Sunday, May 18th and 19th at 1 p.m. And I was given permission to give some breaking news for tonight's board meeting. Womp, 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 womp. Oh, sorry. Tickets go on sale this Friday, so be on the lookout. Make sure you purchase your tickets fast. We want 3 sellouts, so make sure you buy your tickets. I want to thank Mr. Babish and Ms. Maraviglia. And without further ado, this is the cast of You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown.
concludes my superintendent report.
That was fantastic. Let's give him one more round of applause. I just want to make sure, are tickets on sale online? Is Mr. Bertolo still here? Yes, he's right now. Oh, Mr. Bertolo, are they on sale online similar to the high school?
Yep.
Great.
We're going to send out a poster. There's a QR code. It'll take you
Fantastic. Let's sell it out and everyone can see the beautiful new renovated GCMS auditorium and watch it in comfort as well. So buy your tickets starting Friday. You guys were fantastic. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to move on to President's Report, which we're going to now move into. That was fantastic. Now we're going to get into boring things. We're going to go into committee reports, so I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Greenlee for Curriculum and Technology.
Thank you. So on April 12th, we met myself, Dr. Conklin, Ms. Lanzafi-Jefferson, Ms. Jacobs, Ms. Joan, and Mr. Bahudin to discuss some instructional programs, proposals, and partnerships. Some of the things that we discussed included, we're still exploring, JCHS is still exploring books for its One School, One Book for the summer, and right now they are exploring texts by Ruta Cepedes, where the focus would be on the concept of standing up to injustice through dialogue and writing. So more to come on who they finally select. We also reviewed proposed textbook recommendations for AP, European History, Chemistry, and Forensic Science. And additionally, we have updated standards in, there have been updated standards in ELA, and as a part of our 5-year curriculum revision cycle, we have updated our reading units, which were piloted in elementary classrooms this past year.
Is that it?
That's it, yes.
Yeah? Okay, great. Thank you so much. Any board members have any questions about curriculum and technology? No? Okay. Moving on, finance and facilities. So we're going to give just a brief update on the referendum. So those of you, most of you know, those of you who don't know, the board is exploring going out for a referendum. The initial timeline had us looking to do it in December. We've now pushed that timeline back to March of 2025. In that referendum is going to be included STEAM labs in each of the schools, all 4 elementary schools, middle school, and high school, as well as the building of a new field house. We had the district architect walk through all of the buildings. They've identified some areas of the buildings, particularly our older buildings, GCMS and Lincoln School, that have some areas of concern. So the board has now taken a step back. Obviously, the safety of our staff and students is most important. So we're trying to, waiting for more information on the architect to kind of pull that referendum together so we can address the needs of those building facilities and then also do some great things for kids. Build STEAM labs, build a new field house. But of course, safety and security is our most important thing. The referendum will also include security vestibules in all of the schools. That has been something that the can has been kicked down the road, but that is now coming to fruition. So we are still working on it. We hope to have updated figures from the architect by the end of May. Once we have that, we'll look at all the plans, go through it one more time, and if we decide we're going to proceed, then we will be giving presentations to the public in the fall. Okay, so the reason why we've been silent on it is not because we're doing anything behind the scenes. We're just still working. Okay, so also anyone who doesn't understand, please understand that this referendum will replace the current bond referendum that's out there. That's going to be expiring next year, so moving the vote to March will still allow us to replace one with the other. There will be no tax implications. That's the other reason why this process is a little more complicated, because we have a limited number that we can hit, that we cannot go over, so that there's no impact that falls on the taxpayer. Okay? As more information becomes available, we will be transparent. I'm hoping to have an update, not in the May meetings, but definitely in the June meeting, to at least give everyone an idea as to whether or not we're going to be able to move forward. There are some projects that we do have money left in the budget this year, particularly, right, Brian, GCMS, the stairs, right?
Yes.
So there are some projects that the architect has identified that are high priority projects that we do because Brian's an excellent VA. We have some money left. We're going to use that money to start working on those projects right now so that we don't skip a beat while we're still working on this other stuff. Okay? So that's finance and facilities. A brief update, Chris and I have not met. We met with shared services when we have shared services committee. Chris and I are on that. We meet with the town council, representatives from West Caldwell and Caldwell. If you've driven past Harrison School, you can see that the Harrison Field is finally coming to fruition. It's totally ripped up. They've been working nonstop, the crews. The West Caldwell Town Council has told us that they're hopeful that the Harrison Field will be completed by July to be able to be used in September. The town council has been very generous to the district in the fact that they're giving first dibs on that field to the high school athletic program and then to their recreation program second. So we're hoping for, hopefully for the fall, that athletics at the high school will have a beautiful, another turf field to utilize. And that's all, that's it, right, for that. But that's been a long time coming. A lot of that stuff was tied up in the DEP. Once it got through the DEP, it moved, West Caldwell moved very quickly. I thought we're very grateful to the Town Council of West Caldwell. And that'll do it. Any questions or concerns from the board on any of that stuff? Okay. Okay, so let's move. Can I have a motion to approve minutes, please?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
And can we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, Brian, can you take the roll, please?
Yes. Ms. DeMartini.
Yes.
Ms. Landolfi Jefferson.
Yes.
Ms. Mack.
Yes.
Mr. Diambola.
Yes.
Ms. Grosso.
Yes.
5-0, motion carried.
Okay, we're going to move into public comments on agenda items only. So public participation shall be governed by the following. Participant must be recognized by the presiding officer and must preface comments by an announcement of their name and address. Statements are to be limited to 3 minutes duration. Participant may speak no more than once on the same topic until all others who also wish to speak on that topic have been heard. All statements shall be directed to the presiding officer. Boards use the public comment period of the meeting as an opportunity to listen to citizen concerns, but not to debate issues or enter into a question and answer session or a cross-examination between the public and individual members. Please be aware that not all issues brought before the board will be resolved this evening. Boards may respond to public comment by seeking additional information or by delegating the authority to investigate the issue to the superintendent or his designee. The presiding officer may interrupt, warn, and/or terminate a participant's comments if they exceed the allotted time or have objectively obscene. Participants may be civilly liable for any obscene, defamatory, or slanderous statements made during the public comment portion of the meeting. That being said, does anyone have any comments on just agenda items only this evening? No? Okay, so we're going to move on to vote. So we're going to start, please, first with curriculum and technology.
Upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, motions to approve the items A through J under curriculum and technology on this evening's this evening's agenda.
And can I have a second, please?
I'll second.
Great. Brian, can you take the roll?
Yes. Ms. DeMartini.
Yes.
Ms. Landolfi Jefferson.
Yes.
Ms. Mack.
Yes.
Mr. Diambola.
Yes.
Ms. Grosso.
Yes.
5-0, motion carried.
Okay, moving on, personnel.
Upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, motion to approve items A through N under certificated and items A through G under non-certificated in personnel on this evening's agenda.
And can I have a second, please?
I'll second.
Brian, whenever you're ready.
Yes. Ms. DeMartini.
Yes.
Ms. Landolfi Jefferson.
Yes.
Ms. Mack.
Yes.
Mr. Diambola.
Yes.
Ms. Grosso.
Yes.
5-0, motion carried.
Finance and facilities.
Upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, motion to approve items A through J under finance and item A under facilities on this evening's agenda.
And a second, please.
I'll second it.
Thank you. And Brian, whenever you're ready.
Okay. Ms. DeMartini.
Yes.
Ms. Landolfi Jefferson.
Yes.
Ms. Mack.
Yes.
Mr. Diambola.
Yes.
Ms. Grosso.
Yes.
5-0, motion carried.
And finally, policy.
Upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, motion to approve items A and B under policy on this evening's agenda.
And a second, please.
I'll second.
And Brian, whenever you're ready.
Ms. DeMartini.
Yes.
Ms. Landolfi Jefferson.
Yes.
Ms. Mack.
Yes.
Mr. Diambola.
Yes.
Ms. Grosso.
Yes.
5-0, motion carried.
Okay, so now we're going to move to public comment on anything at all. Feel free to come up on anything on or off the agenda. Just a reminder to everybody that boards use the public comment period of the meeting as an opportunity to listen to citizen concerns, not to debate issues or enter into question and answer or cross-examination. Please be aware that not all issues brought before the board this evening will be resolved. Boards may respond to public comment by seeking additional information or by delegating the authority to investigate the issue to the superintendent or his designee. The presiding officer may interrupt, warn, or terminate a participant's comments if they exceed the allotted time or are objectively obscene. Participants may be civilly liable for any obscene, defamatory, or slanderous statements made during public comment. Would anybody like to get up this evening to address the board? So.
Good evening.
Hi,
My name is Sue Callahan. I'm an English teacher at James Caldwell High School, and I'm also the president of the Caldwell-West Caldwell Education Association. And as you can see, there are many members of our association here. We've come out in unity with the Washington school community to honor what is going on here and what is going on in the schools. We know, like Mara and I go to most of the meetings, and we know that people, you've been presenting at all the schools. We have not come out in force until today, but we're still unified with all the teachers and all the students across the district. And we want to say there's certainly wonderful things going on here and at the middle school, as there are in all the schools across our community and our district. So with that said, behind all these initiatives, I know Ms. Shaw and Mr. Adamo have said that there are teachers, and that's what we're here today. I would like you to indulge me because I would like to take a moment here publicly to acknowledge the members of our association. These are the teachers, the counselors, the nurses, the child study team members, and others who make up our association. These are the individuals who serve the children of this community with passion and compassion. These are the individuals who are committed to the students of this district and nurture them mentally, socially, and emotionally. These individuals ensure a quality education for all students. These individuals have consistently risen to meet challenges and adapt to changes. These individuals go above and beyond to fulfill their role as educators. These individuals play an integral role in the achievement of the district's goal and vision. CWCEA members, as your president, I just want to say thank you. You are the front line in the district, but more importantly, you are the heart of our schools. You are what makes this district tick. I think you used the word heartbeat. It is an honor to work with all of you, and I want to say thank you. This district is really lucky to have you as teachers. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Happy birthday. I was trying to keep it a secret, Sue. Thank you. Thank you, Sue.
Anybody else? No? Before we close, I would just like to say...
There's somebody in the
so-
back.
Sorry.
I think Ms. Shapiro.
Sorry. Ms. Shapiro, yeah.
Hello, Emily Shapiro, 37 Highview Road, Caldwell. I was just wondering if there was an update on the tennis courts.
Yes, we actually do. Ryan, yeah.
Well, I have my bag in my car.
He means his tennis bag.
My tennis bag. I'm a tennis player. So I think it should be done by June. All right, that's the hope. I think we missed the season, unfortunately, but I think the expectation they're going to be very nice when they get done. All
Great.
right, so I'll be one of the first ones out there.
Great.
Okay.
The summer tennis clinic is
Yeah,
usually at the high school,
it'll
so
be there for summer, I believe.
fantastic. Thank you.
Yes.
The delay in the tennis courts was, Brian, how many layers of tennis courts were there?
I think 3 or 4 that we found after we dug up the first layer.
Right. So we didn't realize that people just kept going over and over and over the tennis courts. So now they're fresh and new. 1 layer, kind of like your roof. There's only so many layers you can put on it before it gives. So
Yes.
So thank you, Brian. Thank you, Ms. Shapiro. Anybody else? Okay, the board is going to have to go back into executive session. Before we go back, I do want to thank Sue Callahan for coming up and speaking, for all our teachers for coming out this evening. You wear blue, you bleed blue, you are seen and you are heard by this Board of Education, and we do appreciate everything that you do for our students, our family, and our district every single day. And so I just want to thank you all for taking the time out of a very long day with children to come here tonight. That being said, I'd like to make a motion for someone to make a motion to enter executive session at exactly, 8 o'clock p.m. Not bad for a very busy meeting.
I'll make a motion.
And a second?
I'll second.
Brian, can you take the roll?
All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All against, no. Any abstentions? No. Motion carried.
Thank you.
Not today.
I always look at you like you're going to say something.